Hello and welcome to another video or episode of the podcast, depending on where you're watching or listening. Today we are continuing our series on looking at Stephen Covey's book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People through the lens of forest school bushcraft and general outdoor life. So far we have gone through habits 1, 2 through to 4, and now we are on habit number 5, which is seek first to understand and then be understood. Now this is one of the big ones. It's one that I use quite often personally, and it really starts moving things forward. So previously we talked in habit number 4 about thinking win-win and looking at creating mutually beneficial relationships. And we talked about emotional bank accounts and how you want to create a positive number of positive interactions in your bank, in the social bank with other people. And now we're taking a look at one of the ways in which we can do this. And the core of seeking first to understand and then be understood is to listen. And this is to put aside our preconceived notions of what people need and really honestly listen and work out what it is that other people need from us. If you come from a teaching background, chances are you've been on the other side of this. You've been needed to be that leader at the front, that person telling people how it needs to be. And it's necessary. In a lot of school-based teaching, you can't really afford to work with individuals too long because there's just not enough time. But we end up making a lot of assumptions and we end up applying labels because it's easy. So I myself don't consider to be particularly good at working with special educational needs, in the way that if you ask me what an autistic person needs, I probably couldn't answer straight away. It would be a bit difficult. But what I do is I treat every person as an individual. Everyone that comes to my session has their own unique needs, and it is my job to work out what those are and fit them into the way I teach and the way I interact. This habit number 5 is all about treating people as individuals. Assumptions are good for broad scale projects and understandings, but if you want to make a connection with someone on an individual basis, you really need to understand where they're coming from, what they are looking to do, what they are looking to achieve, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and how can you help them move forward and achieve more. It's not easy, it's not simple, and it involves a lot of listening. It involves working out, asking those questions, those deeper questions, and actually taking a genuine interest in other people. Because if you don't take a genuine interest, people can tell. And it means that your emotional bank account doesn't start off very well. So it's all about that one-to-one. So once we know what people's needs are, then we can really speak to them as a person. We can really speak directly to their needs, wants and desires, and we can help fulfill those. And that's how we can create really positive relationships moving forward. From a forest school perspective, this means looking at behaviors, because that's another way of listening. Listening isn't always about verbal cues. It can be sometimes about the choices that people make, the behavior. And really, forest school is really good at this, at about seeking to understand through observation what the individual needs most. For example, that child that always goes and lies in the hammock and just swings for hours on end. It may seem like there's nothing happening there. It may seem like they would benefit more from being outside the hammock, interacting with others. And that might be true. But it might also be exactly what that child needs right then. It might be goes back to Piaget's work. It's all about schemas and what educational, physical, mental need is the child fulfilling now. Because children are often very true to their desires. They do the things that make them feel good inside and outside. So it's really about observing before we start making judgments. Go, okay, that child that is whacking at the brambles with a stick. Why are they doing that? What need are they fulfilling there? Is there suppressed energy, or do they just have a need for destruction? And then what we're looking at is, okay, how can I channel that positively? And you might look at something and go, okay, I can't see the learning that's coming out of this, but maybe there is something behind it all. Maybe there is a deeper reason, a better way to be fulfilled that's hiding beneath the surface. Whenever we see a behavior that we don't like, we need to be asking ourselves, am I bringing my own biases into this? Am I really listening to their needs and understanding? It's fine if you go, okay, this is actually not a good thing. For example, I think there was a story on one of the Facebook groups, forest school Facebook groups, about a group of school children that during forest school they would always get the football out and they would just kick around the football. So it would essentially be a extension of their playtime, of their break time, and they weren't really taking advantage of all the unique things that they could do because it was forest school. So actually in those circumstances, taking a good look at it and go, okay, is there an unfulfilled need? Can I design something to meet that need in a way that's not using football? And can I remove the football for these sessions, and then there will be interactions in other directions. So I'm going, okay, this isn't in the best interest of the group, isn't the best use of the time, and I think they would gain a lot more. It's all right to push children in a certain direction, but it's first understanding why they're doing something and whether there is something that they really need that they're not getting right now. So there we go. I think I'll leave it quite short this time. I hope you are enjoying this series, and we've got 2 more to go, 2 more habits, and hope you look forward to those. So stay tuned for those. Let me know what you think in the comments or at info@brackenoutdoors.com. Really great talking with you again. Make the most of every day, and I'll see you next time.